Hello everyone! Welcome to the Osimenia 4Q World Cup 2025 round of 32, and we are going to be having an interesting match between these two teams. We'll be having Indonesia seed 11 versus Italy at seed 22, and I'm confident that these two teams will be able to perform well because, man, every team has been giving it their all, and I expect nothing less from these two teams. I am Lively Peninsula, and commentating with me is none other than Juan Crystal. Hello, how are you doing, man?
Hello. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. I'm excited for this match. Indonesia versus Italy. Well, it's kind of funny because I got to commentate Poland before. Now I get to commentate Indonesia, so I'm just like commentating both teams' reverse versions of each other. But anyways, leaving that aside, teams looking pretty strong this year, honestly. I think Indonesia always been a pretty historic team. I mean, you've seen it, fighting for finals in the past, like getting into the top 6 and whatnot. This year, though, a little bit behind the seedings, but I think their team looks great. And Italy's a team of surprises. I've seen them also upsetting many teams before. They used to be a pretty good Rise team, but this year on the seed 22, both teams are looking to find their spot in the round 16. With this bracket, obviously.
Okay, well that's true. Although, I'd have to say, Italy usually is in this range. I think last year they were like 21st. So, wasn't really that much of a difference?
The seeds tends to be between the mid-range, but I recall like some years where they had like some deep runs, like they know that how to perform to get there. They've seen that before. It's not as frequent as Indonesia. I would say that Indonesia seems to be like the team that always gets there. Italy, having done it before, I think they might produce an upset here, maybe as some bit of a surprise. But
maybe.
I mean, of course, the favorites here are Indonesia. I wouldn't deny that.
I mean, obviously, if you look at the seed on face value, it's going to be them who will definitely be having their up the edge. And, as you were saying, I was looking at some statistics on the previous World Cups, right, Juan? And I'm seeing that in the qualifier, Italy is usually around this range. So sometimes they're in the 20, 21, 22, 24, and once actually they seeded 18th. So this seed from Italy is not too bad. So do we already have the players here in the lobby? I have a feeling not, so not gonna lie. I think what I will be predicting here is, with the lower seeded teams, there's always a trend where they perform good on Rice. The problem is, usually with the lower seeded teams, they perform a bit worse on Ellens and Hybrids. And the thing about higher seeded teams is they also do well on Rice, so it's not like the other two skill sets it's not like that skill set will be compromised, and they are also more well-rounded. So that's gonna be my question here. Can Italy overpower Indonesia on the Rice department? Which I think is going to be a really tough ask to do. Especially with Indonesia's history of being very consistent on that skill set.
I mean, I was trying to compare the two teams in the qualifiers for this year specifically, and they have a couple picks where they were fairly close in terms of seeding, but not necessarily in terms of scoring, because something that's pretty frequent to see, like let's pick, for example, Hybrid 1, a map that both teams were pretty close. It was Indonesia 16, Italy 22. There were 20,000 points of difference between the two teams in that particular map. So even though the seed discrepancy is not as big, the score difference is quite big, because that's the same difference between China and Indonesia in that same map, which is pretty huge. But we have some closer outliers, I will say. Like, for example, Rise 3. Like, Rise 3, the difference between the two is less than 10k. Because Italy got seed 13 in there, Indonesia got 5 actually, which is a bit worrying, I think, if you're Italian, because it seems like the things where Italy's most strong at, which would be maybe tech, dumpy, later game-ish Rise, Indonesia's also pretty good at that. Like, for the seeds, they are both very comparable and balanced, and they are not that far apart, but Indonesia seems to be just Italy, but a step above, if that makes sense.
It is true, but look at Future Dominators. It's only 3k points of difference, which I find a very interesting statistic here. Because if you compare that to Lost, there's a 20k point difference, while here in Future Dominators it's only a 3k difference. So part of me, wait a minute. Now that I mentioned that, look at what they're protecting. Indonesia is now protecting LN2, which is the density pick. So I'm like, really? Then again, Lost is more accurate, so I think Indonesia's banking on the fact that they potentially have a better LN accuracy than Italy here.
Yeah, I would say that even though they are both the same type of pick, they're not that comparable, right? Future Domination is way faster, way denser, I feel, which sort of suits, I think, the Rice playstyle a little bit better. And in this particular case, like, LN2 is a bit slower and more, like, it has more releasing component, I guess, where it's something that Indonesia can feel comfortable with, and I will not be surprised if there is a big gap between the two teams there. And it's gonna be Hybrid 3 banned by Italy here, and Rice 3 being banned by Indonesia. So we're not gonna be seeing any core jacks today, or at least this match. We're not gonna be seeing any distant relatives today.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I guess since you won't be able to see your distant relatives, I guess you could say bygone to your friends.
Oh my god.
I had to continue that, okay? Alright,
I
so...
take that. We have to be doing commentary ones.
What was the ban? Korjak, right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, okay? That could not end well. Because I just have this gut feeling that while Italy may have really good accuracy, they might have the tendency to miss on a Korjak pick. So I feel like Indonesia here is trying to play it safe, because they might think that they will also choke on this pick. So I guess banning Rice 3 is just one of those, like, okay, we're probably gonna choke on this, and let's just assume that Italy is consistent. Because if you miss on a Korjak, the score difference will be very volatile, meaning it can change really fast even with just one bad judgment.
Yeah, usually when you have this very close, like, tight accuracy battles, which seems to be the case in most Korjak picks, any miss is insanely crucial, because you're seeing, like, double-digit ratios across the board, most certainly, or most likely, at this stage of the game. And a miss there, like, a miss could cost you like 5k, and the difference between every player is less than 1k, most certainly, and a miss just defines the game in that particular pick. But to be honest, I'm not surprised that Indonesia went for a Rice 3. Like, despite Italy not being the consistency kings, if you will, they are very good at accuracy. So, I mean, they may just not want to take the risk. They feel that probably they have the advantage on LNs and hybrids, so just taking one of the things that Italy can just high roll, it seems okay to me. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And I think they can still take any other Rice pick. Like, Indonesia, I feel, has what it takes to you know, break points on Italy in things like tech, or maybe even the jump stream map, I would say.
That's fair enough. Huh. LN1 is quite the interesting start. I think they're just basing off the fact that they have a better loss score by a pretty significant margin. So I think it's a pretty good pick. I forgot what their protects were, by the way. Wait, let me double check. Was it LN1?
It was LN2.
Sorry.
It was LN2.
It was LN2. Okay. My bad. Okay, I think it's a pretty good protect. Pretty good pick rather. If they picked LN2 and that was their protect, I don't think this was the right time to pick their protect. Especially since they have, like, the upper hand. Because, like, you know, there's, like, two mindsets here, I think. Indonesia's gonna be like, okay, let's try to win as many as we can. And for Italy, it's like, let's try to win the first point as much as possible. I think that's, like, different mindsets here.
Okay, if we could go then, first map of the match here, starting with the core, starting with the hands over there. And as it starts, it seems like Indonesia's just gonna have a slight accuracy lead, but oh, one bite. Oof, that was a pretty big accuracy drop there. That's gonna put them in a danger zone, I'll say. Italy's starting to come back off of that mistake. They seem that they're just struggling quite a lot with this pick. What is happening with One Bite? Are they dragging? Yeah, they seem that they're dragging the releases a lot. Did they forgot to turn off Percy?
Well, if it was Percy, they would have been releasing much earlier, don't you think? I feel like it's an offset issue, or maybe a scroll speed issue even. Because this looks a bit weird indeed. But like, if you look, they're able to hold on to that full combo. So I think the patterning isn't the problem. It could definitely well be offset here.
Oh, what an unfortunate thing, because the accuracy is so low compared to everybody else, 1% behind. I don't think this is much recoverable, honestly. Like, Italy will need to crash quite badly in this particular pick if they intend to recover from this. Like, Indonesia not looking great. Yeah, and Reggie, of course, are destroying this map, and by themselves, they're one, maybe two steps above the rest of the Italians, other than Angela, who's performing really well as well. But the difference is still going to be in favor of Italy, and as much as One Bite's trying to catch up.
Well, here's the thing though. I have a feeling if I were to choose a team to 3-way FC more, I would trust Indonesia slightly more. Because I think there's still some parts in the later parts of this where players can miss. Now,
surely, but there's no time. The map's almost over.
And, well, actually, yeah, the lead's actually increasing. I think off of Ya and Ray's also going down in accuracy a little bit. So, I don't know what happened. You know what? I suspect this could also be a resolution issue. Or maybe an FPS issue at that. Because some of the Ellen releases looked really late from One Bite. So that's a bit of a weird thing. So what happened? Then again...
Sunny saying score by Reggie, by the way. 995.4. B1 double S, 10-1 ratio. Really good score by Yeah as well. And Angela, like pretty nice scores in general. They're wondering what just happened. Angela doesn't seem to be the kind of player who was expecting this.
Yeah, they seem to be in disbelief right now. Something I realized is it's only One Bite who got any but judgments. The rest only got a 200 or less. In fact, Ray with the V1 double S. However, even with this, I don't think Ellen is the way to go. Because, you know, One Bite seeing this, I'm sure they'll be like, okay, it's time to fix this issue right now. I think Italy has to go Rice. Either way.
Yeah, I agree with that. And they seem to agree with you as well, because they're gonna go for jump stream here, Heaven's Station. And, I mean, if you think, like, very strategically and kind of evil or devilish, like, you saw One Bite having problems with a lens. Don't you like immediately pick a lens so they don't have the time to fix their issue? That's kind of evil, honestly, but that could maybe be a strat, because Indonesia's gonna pick the rest of the lens and the rest of the hybrids anyway. So have your brow points. It's probably best to play them as soon as possible if they're not comfortable with it. But anyways, that being said, they're just gonna go for Rise instead.
Okay, I think Indonesia will have Fieri. I think it's gonna be Fieri here. Wait, how did you see that they're playing on 30 FPS? Is it in the chat or something?
They mentioned it on Twitch chat, yeah. One Bite just came to Twitch and said, bro, I'm playing on 30 FPSs. And that may explain it. Especially on the lens. Like, that's a problem.
Okay, so yeah, as expected, it's Fieri, but like, I would expect someone like even Albert to play, and Albert is a very consistent player. Well, not really, like, I think at least compared to like One Bite's accuracy, I think Albert's consistency in the accuracy department is slightly better. It's just that Albert has a tendency to miss here and there, so maybe that's why they're not putting Albert in. Still though, I wonder what plan Indonesia has in mind with One Bite's maybe 30 FPS was fixed, hopefully. Let's take a look here. It's going to be the jump stream pick. I just hope that Italy didn't let their guard down, because I'm sure they're shocked right now.
Oh wow, Argentina won their pick, like broke points against Japan too. Wow.
Well, it's only 1 point, and there's still a lot. Oh, sorry about that. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Anyways. So now, seems like One Bite was able to fix the issue that they have. Again, though, like what I'm saying, I just think that Italy has to try and play to their strengths because they do not want to run the risk of Indonesia picking Ellen once again. And right now, it's clear as day that Indonesia is sort of recovered, but right now, Italy has the advantage. This is a pretty short match. Sorry, pretty short map. It's not. There's very little room for error here. Even with those like straightforward jump stream patterns, you still have some rolls and all that, so anything can go wrong here.
You have the one trails as well on the right hand over there, but no issue for any of the players here. The accuracies are equalizing, but it's mostly just Era Very who's pulling Italy ahead here, but it is so close. It's so flickery here for 100 points, but it just goes back and forth every time due to ratio disadvantages. But overall, I feel the accuracy is just 0.05 in favor of Italy here. Just barely, though.
I think the difference between Simo and One White is actually deciding this. Same with Fier and Very. Like, actually, oh my... Wow! No, it's literally, it's just One White and Simo here. Oh my goodness.
Ready versus Very, 0.2 in favor of Italy. Fair versus... Oh, never mind, One Bite misses.
Oh,
they
that's
were
big.
really, really close, but at the end of the day, that miss is just gonna make it easier for everyone. No sweats.
Oh, Simo, I saw that they were holding the 3 keys. Oh, thank God they didn't lose their focus. And just like that, Italy is on a 2-0 lead unless something happens with these core jacks and rolls. Nope. What a clean score from Italy. I can't believe we're seeing this on a Seed 22 team. Are you... I think this year's MWC is just that insane. Very and Simo with 62 and 66. That's an absolutely insane performance. Fier and Ray had really good scores, but even with the full combo from One Bite, that wouldn't have been enough. Can I just say this is almost a full lobby V1
Yeah,
double S?
this is an entire V1 double S lobby. Like, I think without the miss by One Bite, they still lose this because ratio on at least better across the board. It's only Angela who has the worst ratio compared to everybody else, but Barry and Simo together have about the same amount of 300 counts as Fear alone, which is kind of nutty.
That's an insane run right now. Insane. Now, I don't know what does Indonesia go with now? Honestly, you know what? Go for a hybrid, because if you look, Italy did ban hybrid. Honestly, you know, considering that they banned the Jack pick, I might advise Indonesia against picking hybrid 2 or LN3. But if situations have to go to that, that's what they have to pick. It's just that if they're not that confident in core jacks, then I think they gotta avoid that. Picking the Protect is actually, in my opinion, the best choice right now.
Yeah, they need to get a point back at the game. They need to recover, like, you know, get their minds into the game. After losing 2 points in a row, after losing their opening pick, actually, Indonesia needs to get back here. I think they still have a fair chance to recover and potentially win the match, but they need to get the train going. And for that, I think Protect is just always your safest bet, and given they have it available, may as well go for it. One Bite being replaced here, which I guess makes sense considering the technical issues they were having. We'll see if they have a roster to play with without him, though.
So it's gonna be Fier, and Ray. This is a very good team in Ellens. Fier, I know, is really consistent on many skill sets. Seems like Italy will have Nessunop come back in. Let me check. Yeah, Nessunop played LN1, and that's really the only change for Italy. Nessunop for Simo. As for Indonesia, we have I think it's for One Bite. Yeah, it is indeed.
Yep, I think that's the only swap. We're getting some talks on statistics side that Italy managed to get the third best score in the previous map across the entire tournament so far. So they are really good at jump streams.
So many teams have like popped off this MWC, and I'm so happy to see that. But now our focus should be on how these two perform on a density pick. Right now, I would be expecting Indonesia to start gaining some traction in a bit, but looking at Fier versus the rest of Italy, that's really the only reason why this is close. Because look at Ray and Yef. They're both very adept to Ellen density patterns, and this is no surprise to them right now.
Yeah, but on the other side, you see Fier struggling a little bit and quite behind compared to everybody in the Italian team. So scores are quite close. Like, yeah, already need to be performing top notch like they are doing currently. Otherwise, they may lose that lead pretty quickly. They cannot really afford many mistakes at all.
I still think Italy is more prone to mistakes than Indonesia for LN picks. Because Indonesia historically has known to be great at LNs, and they're definitely showing it right now. Although they don't have Onta Bekasi anymore, which is what they had in the previous MWCs, they still have a really good roster, but that's a very
That's
dirty...
the cursed spot! Yeah, taking the spot on one bite, and that client seems to be the curse, unfortunately for Indonesia, because Italy now takes the lead with a third of the map remaining.
But it's not over yet! There's still so much density sections. Look at the accuracy of Nasunop and Very. They're way behind Ray, but Fier dropping to 99.48 is not helping their cause right now. And actually, look at that lead. It's starting to get closer. As the LM density patterns start to increase, it's going to become closer and closer because I think Indonesia has the tools to come back. Italy can't afford a mistake.
It's just a miss, but the map is, you know, it's finishing. It's about to be done.
Oh man, I think that... Wait, this is the final stretch. 8,000 points. It's actually increasing. Italy is now ahead. 3-0. Assuming no disconnects happen. Well, everyone, Italy is ahead. 3-0 in this pick.
Those are great scores by Angela and Barry. It is the same for Reggie again, who gets a B1 double S against the Italians in the long notes. But wasn't one bite. This time it's Fier, who's struggling a little bit on the 200 count, and the miss by kind of sentencing it by the end of it. And Indonesia seems to be in a really rough spot here. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. They must be as shocked as I am here. They lost 2 points that they picked themselves.
And looking at the chat, I think the Italians are just shocked right now. I don't think they're... I think they're not able to process what's going on.
Wow, what is happening? I don't think many people expected this result so far, but props to Italy. Like, taking advantage, or like, you know, Indonesia's having some sort of difficulties because they are missing one of their players, but a team is a team of 6 players. Like, you need to have some backup in order to, you know, still fight for some of those points. And as much as One Bite was probably a crucial player for them, they just had misses anyway. Like, their third player struggling with accuracy, they having some misses. In general, Indonesia's just not looking like Indonesia today.
But you gotta have faith. I will say this right now to every person believing in the Indonesian side. Until it's reached 5 points, nothing is set in stone. I don't think it's over just yet. No matter what has happened, Indonesia is a team that was able to get third in 2023. I know they have what it takes to come back. And as for Italy, all they gotta do is try to not stop putting that foot on the gas. Because if you let Indonesia get 1 point, that's gonna be massive. Because it's just gonna be a domino effect, a potential domino effect for bad things to come. And this pick from Italy, it makes a lot of sense. Indonesia has had some moments where they missed, where one player missed, and if Italy can pull calm with this, that's gonna be golden for them. Wait, so who's gonna... Okay, so... Wait, Rice Todi is Italian, okay. So who's Indonesia gonna have? I think it's about time to put Albert in, because I think Albert's very, very adept to Rice patterns. Or even Adiza, if Adiza's present. Oh, okay. I think they're pulling someone in. Just taking a look at the chat right now. There we go. Okay, one. They're gonna be putting in Albert in, which I think they should have done way earlier in this match. Because damage control is super important, especially now that you're down in a 3-0 position.
I mean, I'm not necessarily surprised by that move, but we'll have to see. Like, they need to be joining the lobby soon because they don't have much time, I think.
This is really risky for Italy, but at this point, you have to take risks. Without risks, you are not gonna be able to advance. And this is a great move in my opinion. This is exactly what they have to choose.
We're still waiting for the last player, the remaining player from Indonesia, to join the lobby here. Because Italy is in a bit of a, I mean, not Italy, Indonesia is in a bit of a cosmic crisis.
There we go. This is, oh, I like that. Well, Italy, well, I guess you could say that they have to make sure that this doesn't turn into a catastrophe.
Wow. That's great. I mean, I'm not sure if everyone saw that, but that's great.
I love this commentary video right now, Juan.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly why we're here. Again, here's what I'm
I
saying.
cannot think of a pun for the artist, but I'll try hard, I guess.
I mean, how do you even pronounce that? That's the better question.
True. DX?
DX?
DXA? I don't know.
Zixa? I don't know. Okay, so back to where I was. I'm just saying, they should have put Albert in. Ooh, what a start! I think Albert's hitting a bit early. That's, you know, bad starts are, people are prone to getting bad starts in this chart because of the nature of how it is. I think all Indonesia,
very weirdly.
It is very weird. With all of these jump jacks and all of the long jacks, if you could even call it that, at columns 1 and 4, it could really make your wrist unstable. And that's why Italy chose this. Trying to attack Indonesia's choking on sub-charts right now.
I think it was the same on the Malaysia versus Poland match. We saw a bit of a early rush at the very, very start of the map. And that's exactly what happened to Ovid, who seems to be recovering by now. But, you know, against Italy, who's a really consistent Rise team, you can't really afford to have many of those mistakes. And as the map progresses, the accuracy from Italy seems untouchable. Like, there's no drops whatsoever into these birds. And the jacks are no issue either.
That is true. If you look at the accuracies of Very, Pierre, Ray, and Simo, they're kind of canceling each other. It's just the difference between Rice Toasty and Albert, which, to give credit to Albert, it's starting to decrease. But this chart does not get easier as it goes on. I have a bad hunch that one of these teams will start to get unstable because of how the nature of this chart is. You see those mini jacks and anchors all across the 4 columns? It's gonna eventually make your wrists struggle if you're not paying attention. So now Italy is on the risk of trying to hold on, because that's all they have to do. They need to hold on because Indonesia is right up their necks right now. Even if it's only the 6,000 point lead, it's not over yet.
I could definitely see it. I'm looking at Rice Toasty's screen for the most part. They seem to be the ones struggling the most, but they are still pulling their combo through, and the hit concentration is quite tight compared to Arvid, for example, who's the weaker link on Indonesia in this particular map. He seems to be rushing a little bit, trying to compensate for that patterning being a bit too tricky. But despite all the efforts, despite their triple FC, Arvid is actually going to miss. And Italy is just going to pull ahead even more, taking the 4th point in a row.
And just like that, Italy is in a position where they're up 4-0 despite the insane scores from Ray and Fier. That's not gonna be enough.
What is that score by Simo? What?
Wow! Simo and Very had insane scores, just matching both Fier and Ray. Rice Toasty did his job, taking the 995 over Albert's 976. An amazing team score, amazing performance from Italy. It's all Italy right now in this match.
Wow. And on the other side of the globe, Argentina is now 3-1 up. What is going on with the lower seeds?
Hey, Juan. Hey, Juan.
Argentina.
You know what? I just want to say, it's Indonesia's pick right now. I don't know what they go with at this point. I don't think Love Potion is a good pick. It's definitely not a lovely situation to be in. I don't think Love Potion is the pick. Wait, I have to tell you this. I also don't think it's Rice 5. So if they don't pick Rice 5, I guess you could say it's not you who we're gonna pick. I'm sorry, Juan.
I mean, what do I do against this? I have no idea. This is kind of, you know, I don't know, cold or something. But anyways, hey, they are going for German pick. Woo!
I guess
so,
you can say.
Oh no, not again.
Don't worry.
They're furious. They're mad. No.
Yeah.
They're furious.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Juan.
No. I have not gotten my mate yet today. Oh. I need it. I need it before the remote button.
I will say this right now, okay? Italy right now is a front runner, but Indonesia can still close it out as an end closer. You gotta trust in your skills and your sparks. It's not over yet, guys.
Oh, it's certainly not. We've seen reverse sweeps in the past, and I think this is a scenario where a reverse sweep could still theoretically happen, because it feels like Italy took advantage of every single opportunity that Indonesia gave them, and that be either technical issues or roster issues. But if Indonesia can sort those out, even though Italy is looking insane in the Rice department, they lose one Rice pick and immediately everything turns around and Indonesia suddenly has a chance again. But for that they need to win their hybrids. I don't think we saw any hybrids yet. So kind of a up in the air moment here. We don't really know who will be the better team in this. If you see at the seeds, if you see at, you know, the qualifier scores, you'll say Indonesia has the upper hand. But if you see the seeds and the qualifier scores, this match should not be 4-0 in favor of Italy. So who do we trust anyway?
I didn't even know what's going on.
Oh, we have an EC. I think we're gonna have to do a restart.
This has to be an abort. Wait, no, it's gotta be an abort.
Yep. There goes Fier is back again.
It's definitely valid because it happened at the very beginning.
Okay. So here we go again. As we were saying. Oh, how do you pronounce this? Because I'm pretty sure you don't pronounce this the way it reads, because it's German, right?
Is it German?
I think it is.
What even does this mean? I call it orange. I call this orange gentle. Orange. Oh my god. It's not orange gentle, it's orange gentle.
Yeah, but I was saying that the name of the song.
I know, but like both of them are hard to pronounce. Just why?
I mean, orange gentle. That doesn't seem that bad. I think the title is Ufhaven or something like that.
Ufhaven? Guy, I'm sorry to all the Germans that are in the chat. I'm so sorry for butchering this. I say Ufhaven? Sorry, guys.
I don't know. I mean, the map will not say this is German, so I blame the map.
True enough. Okay, so Fier already having a very rocky start. You know, Italy has been so consistent this round. Like, with all the 4 charts, they've been really consistent that I don't even know who to
I
trust
don't think they missed
here.
yet, did they?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what to trust right now.
I'm actually checking. I don't remember them missing at all.
They haven't, but at the same time, oh, this is starting to get very competitive. It's just the difference between Pierre and Very, but with really high acts from Ray, and yeah, that's the only reason why this is very close. I'm scared. I am honestly scared, because this can still go. This could go either way, and now that and Ray's accuracies are going lower, it's almost time to really see who has it, because
This so close. It's the same as LN2, essentially. Like, you have two players in India just peaking, and then one pulling them behind. And then you have Italy, everyone is on a 970k, like on 99.7 rather. Although Angel is performing a little bit better.
Somehow, Indonesia's actually slightly ahead. But I can't trust this right now. Because it's only Angela who's countering Ray and while Nesnop and Very are considerably behind them. And now that Pierre has caught up. Oh, but those 200s are not gonna help.
Yeah, the LNs. Anytime you see Rise, Fear starts to pick up their game, but as soon as the LNs enter the territory, then they start to struggle. And the score lead is in Italy's side again. It will come down to this last third, and these LNs are a bit tricky, especially to get a good accuracy out of, and Fear is suffering quite a lot from them. See that hit concentration is going all over the place, right and left. On releases, on hit timings, this accuracy goes down, but so does Nesunov. And it equalizes even so slightly, but still a 2k lead in favor of Italy. It's only a quarter of the song remaining. Indo has to find something, or they're going to be knocked down to the loser's bracket. This would be the biggest upset of the tournament.
Not yet, not yet. There's a lot. I remember some players miss on this section, so it's not over yet. But I said no a while ago, because if you look at Fear's accuracy lowering, it's a lot more. But wait a second. It's getting closer.
It's shrinking. It's shrinking. They don't need time. They just need a miss any time, and they will do it.
Italy.
Can they go? They do not. Nesunov drop.
Nesunov drops. That could do it. But if any drops happen in Indonesia, there's still a chokeable part here.
They have it. They should have it.
No, it doesn't matter. Indonesia takes it. It's not over yet. This is what I was saying. It's not over yet. Italy has lost the point.
Begin.
And that's a very clean team score from both sides. No 100s, 50s. Very clean performances from everyone. Now Italy has to pick Rice, and Rice 5 is a great choice in hindsight, because this is an ultimate choke fest. If you miss here, it's over essentially, because of how short it is.
Kind of crazy. On the other side, it's also 4-1 in favor of Argentina. This is the hour of the upset, it seems. But Indonesia's not over yet. Indonesia managed to pull back and get a point for themselves. Now they need to break points twice and win their own one more time to force a tiebreaker here. But, I mean, I said it. The comeback stars on. Like, that's the momentum Indonesia was looking for. And I think they have the roster to put this match into equal status. I really think they do, but they need to be playing their absolute best. One misstep, one single mistake in Indonesia's out. No margin for error.
It's not over yet. I will say this right now. Both teams, it's not over yet. Indonesia shouldn't give up. Italy shouldn't let their guard down. So many factors can still change the outcome of this match. And now we're in a situation where it's gonna be a match point for every single one, because Italy is up 4-1. This is literally, so many things can just happen. So many things can go wrong. I can't wait to see how this goes. Just want to say this again. To both sides, nothing is over. Don't let your guard down and don't give up. Both teams have been playing well. It's really just some of the misses. That's it. And now it's on them to finish the deal or to extend to where they wanted to go and go the distance on this match.
Oh man. It is time. I mean, this is the shortest pick of the pool, isn't it? 145. Italy wants to end it quick. They just do. And honestly, I mean, what are we gonna do here, right? Italy destroying every single rice pick so far they have played. But you could argue... What?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you could argue the jump stream was really favored for them. They went for Rice 6 afterwards, and they did really well too. They're just extremely consistent. They had their first miss in the entire match in the previous map. And that player is just not going to be playing this map either, so it's going to be difficult, I think, for Indonesia to capitalize off of this pick, maybe get a breakpoint. They will need Italy's concentration to disrupt somehow after losing their last pick.
Indeed, that's all they need right now. But every player in Italy, we've only seen one miss from them. But anything can still happen. It's not over. Whoo, man.
Certainly isn't. And you see the scores right now, they are very equal into the opener. We have the combo cap being reached here, 995, 995. Yeah, this is just insanely equal. It seems like Italy has a bit of an upper hand. You should see Yeah and Angela. That seems to be the main difference between the two players on both sides. But the score is just going to be flickering all the time until one person starts to drag, starts to rush, or even finds a miss. And with a map this short, we're already halfway through. It's only 300 points of difference now.
Indeed. Both teams are so close. We're in the situation again. It's just between Yeah and Angela. That's the only difference between these two teams. It's so close. With all these hackers.
Watch out with Angela. Look at the hit concentration spreading a little bit. So is Simos. Indonesia seems quite consistent, so I think they may have a chance here to pull ahead, and they are shortly doing so. Yeah, needs to hold tight a little bit longer. Can they do it? They're starting to pull ahead. 500, 600, 700. Yeah, this is... No!
That's gonna be it! But wait, there's still some anchors here! There's so many mini Jackson rolls that can change the outcome!
Just does not miss in Rice. They just have it locked in. The lead grows almost to the 5 digits, and Italy is through for the first time in the winners bracket.
Even with the full combo, it doesn't matter. Fear and Ray with the consistent 58, both of them MVPing, but that is it. Italy takes the match 5-1. What an upset! And on the other side, Argentina wins 5-1 as well against Japan. 2 upsets in the same block. What is this? What is this hour?
Despite Fear and Reyes Vesefos both having the exact same score here, 58-300, top score of the lobby, it isn't enough. The miss from Yeah, proving to be their undoing here at the end of the day.
I think
Italy overall just played better. That's just it. They were so consistent. They had insane accuracies on the Rice department. They took their chances on the LS where Indonesia struggled. And they are a very just winner, I think. Very well played by Italy here.
They deserve this. They were the better team. But you know what kind of makes me sad? You know what kind of makes me sad in this pool, if you don't mind me saying? Italy didn't pick frozen pizza.
Well, I mean, I guess you don't need your protect when you're winning by this much? Question mark?
That's so true. The pizza though, it was the pizza. Look, I'm so hungry for pizza right now. But anyways, what an upset, man. Both teams fought to the end, but only one could win, and that's Italy. I'm at a loss for words right now.
You know what's also kind of insane? If you see the betting, like people bet for whoever they think was gonna win. You bet channel points here. There's only 9 users who bet for Italy. Like there's only 5,000 points bet towards Italy and 1.2 million towards Indonesia. That's insane. That's how big of an upset this is. You want 370k Osu coins if you bet for Italy. Like the ratio is insane. I think it's like 1 to 300k or something, or 300 rather. That's kind of insane.
Indeed, very insane. I will say though, to the teams in the losers bracket, I think Seed 11, is it Seed 11? Oh, so is it Seed 11? Seed 11, right? Seed 11 and Seed 12. Wait, is it Seed 12? Sorry, I have my seeds mixed up. Seed 11 and Seed 12 are in the losers bracket.
And you are correct. That is absolutely correct. And Brazil as well, so that's seed 13.
Wait, so you're saying seeds 11, 12, and 13 are sent to the losers bracket?
And 15 as well. Like, the only team from the bracket of 11 to 15 to pass is actually Philippines, so it's your team.
Hey! Hello! Hello! I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good. I don't think there's any other upset that happened so far. Like, it was Indo, Japan, Brazil, Spain. Those are the 4 times that the lower seed managed to pull away and win the match. We still have the next match coming, though, where we could see an upset as well. That's going to be Chile against the Germans. The good old Germany.
I think Chile is a very consistent team, but let's see.
I mean,
what
they're
a block
6-6.
of
Like, they are a really good team.
Indeed, Chile is very consistent in every skill set. But we'll see. For now, though, I think that's all from us. Oh, wait. Don't forget, by the way, if you want to support your team... Indeed, if you want to support your team in the Mania World Cup, don't forget to buy your team banners. You never know, if your team wins, you'll be able to keep the banner for the entire year. If you want to if you want to be sure with keeping the banner for the entire year, you can wink buy all the 32 banners. I'm joking.
Right. Yeah, you can do that. your profit's gonna look a little bit weird, I think, but you do you. It's your choice. I'm kind of hungry. I kind of want to eat some banners now.
Same here. And is that all? Is that all from?
Well, I mean, we're only missing one more match today. It's Chile against Germany, but don't forget that after that we have the Maple Showcase. So stay tuned for, like, I think it's gonna be like 17:30, 17 or 18 UTC. It really depends on how long the match takes. But as soon as the match is over, stay tuned because we're gonna have the Maple Showcase as well for the round of 16, who's already looking to be cooking. You know, we have so many upsets. I kind of want to see the round of 16 happening right now.
Indeed.
So many close matches too.
I'm so happy it's close. I'm so happy to see a lot of teams pop off. But for now, this is it from us, One Crystal and Lively Peninsula. Thank you so much for having us, and good job to both teams. And
take care.
Indeed.
And for the what? Yeah, sure.
Just wanted to correct you, by the way. Apparently the Maple Showcase will happen at 0 UTC.
Oh, okay.
Just correcting, just making sure everyone is on the same page. But that's it from me and One Crystal. Thank you so much for having us here in the commentary booth. Good game well played to every teams, and stay tuned for the final match 2 hours from now.
1, 2, 3, 4.